Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is episode 115 of our Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are in the Abyss. We are in Nocticula's lair, or not lair, but her area that she controls of the Abyss. And we're about to go inside this giant skull and see what's what. So with that, let's see what's what. That big. Oh, it goes into the Midnight Fane. Huh.
Let us be off.
That leads down into there. Let's go this way first.
Let's move. Follow me.
Loot, what's that? Spell Gorging Flower. Let's see. We don't have. What's that? A wounded succubus? Is she like. Yep. Big bone. Let's talk to the succubus. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips, crusted with blood, release a groan. You, Baphomet's spawn, run! Run through your portal! You too, Hepzamira. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge any way. Soziel examines her wounds with the dispassionate eye of a healer and whispers under his breath, Major blood loss. The puncture wounds are deep, and blood is filling her body cavities. Commander, I have some means to ease her pain. It's too late to try to save her, but we can spare her suffering. Oh, we can try to heal her. Or help her go painlessly. Maybe we should try to heal her. You may be a demon, but I can't stand aside and watch you suffer. Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans slightly, shakes her head, and stares at you with dull green eyes. Who did this to you? Hepzamira. The demon groans with hatred through her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them, wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. What were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals. They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. We just got here and already we're tangled up in a web of intrigue. How's that for dumb luck? The ones who maimed you, where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes brighten. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head on excuse me, drops her head onto her chest. Then she adds in a wheezy voice, my key. I've got it hidden in the lesser shaft, not the one with the bones. The one with the and another one in a bigger shaft among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal. Not the one with the bones. And another one in a bigger shaft. Okay. Lots of shafts. Help her go painlessly, Soziel. A small bottle appears in Soziel's hands. He gives the succubus just a small drop of it, but her eyes immediately close, and her breathing slows and finally ceases. The cleric looks at the demon's body with sadness, as if it is not a reviled enemy lying at his feet. I wasn't sure it would work. Demon bodies are built differently from those of humans, but it seems like it did the job. She didn't suffer. Alright, let's shrink these guys down. Midnight Isles, walking on corpses. Through the portal with a special key. Perhaps there are other such keys hidden in the nearby mines. The name of the demons. Samira, perhaps Iamadi's Herald knows something about her. Crystals were mined by Baphomet's minions. For this reason, a conflict broke out. Alright, so we need to go talk to the hand. Then we need to go find keys and then go through the portal.
March on.
Come on. Ah! There we go. Sometimes the camera moves in weird ways. Champion, regarding our mission. I'm listening, Champion. I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines. Hepzamira. Hepzamira herself. Anger rings in the hands of the Inheritor's voice. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary. A Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped on to is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Darazand, were just officers of the Abyssal Army, whereas Hepzamira is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she is behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. A dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula's and Baphomet's servants. I'm not at all surprised. The alliance between the demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance. We must learn more about what's going on. And spiderwebs are pretty durable, so, All right. All right, two of the things are popped up. Now we just have to go find the keys. Ugh. All right. Throat's a little gravelly this morning.
Let us be off.
All right, so oh, we were overburdened. Have any more things I can drop so we're not overburdened? See, those aren't worth anything. It's 12 pounds, but they're not. But they might come in handy. That's 6 pounds. I should sell them. I don't ever use them. Get rid of this dart. Get rid of this. Drop those. Drop that. Yeah, see, that's just that weighs almost nothing. Of course, we don't want to drop our bags of holding. So most of this stuff just doesn't weigh much, but I mean, all of it together probably adds up. Bastard sword we can drop. Even the demon hearts don't weigh much. Some of this cooking stuff is... There we go. That's one of the culprits right there. All right, let's realign all this stuff. Okay, there we go. Now we got a bunch more of this masterwork stuff we can drop as we build up. Okay. Now we're feeling much better. And wow, this is just lots of high walls, so
Let's move.
a midden of enormous bones that look like they came from giants. Here and there, rusty slave collars glint in the dust. What's that? Crystallized demon rage. Wow. Deep grooves seemingly left by a giant hand, furiously scratching at the stone. These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Suture. I remember Suture. You hear some muttering coming from a pile of bones. Gone. They're all gone. And left me with nothing. I've been searching and searching, and there's not even a trace. A large giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the Dretch, called Suture, climbs out from under it. Grumbling and groaning, he notices you. He blinks, and then he says in a tone of extreme melancholy, "Oh, it's you. What are you doing here, Suture? Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing, decorating for my newest luxurious place with a view of Ishiar's best beaches," the Dretch mumbles. Then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully, "I was on my way to see Mistress Arilu, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every lousy Brimarack can do it, but I can't. All I could do was reach the Midnight Fane and slip into the rift. But now I can't go no further, so I've been searching for portal keys." Portal keys? You've seen those big things up there on the surface? They were kept closed most of the time, so the slaves wouldn't run away. They can be opened with special keys. If I was lucky enough to find such a key, I would have left this nasty place in a heartbeat, and then, who knows, maybe I could have found Mistress Ariula. Is Arilu, wow, around here somewhere. "You're a funny lad, you are," the demon grunts. "My mistress, she's like the wind. One moment she's here, the next she's gone. But she loves to aloosh to the abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out of here." What is this place? It's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Noctula. Suture grimaces. "A former burrow, that is. Once I visited this place with my mistress Ariel on business, and this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave drivers were tormenting them, and Hepzimira was choking the life out of both. You know Hepzimira, do you? Nasty horned, helmed headed Nephilim, and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one here. As soon as I saw you, I knew right away why they all fled." Where did all these demon bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work in the mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their bare hands, do you? The mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. I'm here to find the source of Nahienderia's crystals. Do you know anything about that? Well, you've just found one. Good for you. The sutures sweeps his arm in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals, but it was long ago. They depleted it and they left. So the crystals can simply be mined like any regular mineral? Simply enough, but it's not that simply, the suture grunts. They can be mined all right, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive, and that's all I know. Are there many other mines like this one? There are several more on this island as far as I could see, and they all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. How long have demons known the secret of the crystals? What is this secret you're talking about? Those crystals are used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from the crystals and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress, I mean, Lords Baphomet and Descari are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire Abyss. Everything is clear to me now. So quick to understand, aren't we? I have to go. You know what? You better look around real closely. Perhaps you'll find a key. A portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass, but it's filled with power. It'll shine purple. I'll walk around too. Search some more. Alright. Nahendrian crystals were done. Okay, there we go. Some more infos. The giant's bones look like they've been gnawed on.
Follow me.
Key to the Nexus portal. The stone is gouged and crumbled, and traces of glowing purple dust can be seen in several places. Boots. Hide of a magical creature. Oh, we need those for the cloak. Let's check out the boots. The wearer of these boots adds their rank in athletic skill and bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. Oh, that's nice. Do we have athletic skill? We do. And what do we got right now? Boots of free reign. Let's see what Sela's got. She doesn't have any boots at all. Does Sela have athletics? She does not. Alright, so we're going to put These boots on Joseph. And these boots on Sela. Alright, that looks like that. Boy, this sure looks like this should be a secret door or something, doesn't it? Yeah, just not. Oh, what's that? Oh, all the stuff we dropped. Okay. Should we go to the Midnight Fane? Because there's a portal to the Midnight Fane over here. I wonder if we should go through it. Let's go talk to Angel Face first. The Hand of the Inheritor. That's his name. Champion! Regarding our mission. I'm listening, Champion. I have reason to believe the Nahirindian crystals were mined right here in these mines. The angel flexes his wings. So the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals can be mined from the soil of the abyss, as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and these mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with the mythic power did they manage to create? We must find out. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mine the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. That's all I've learned so far. And that's quite a lot. Well, let's go to, just for giggles, and maybe death, let's go check out the Midnight Fane. Let's see if there's anything in there. Probably some horrible, gruesome death awaiting us, but, you know, that's awaiting us around every corner these days. Brings us right back there. Okay. Well, no need to linger in here. Let's go ahead and leave. All right, yep, got all of them. Learned everything I wanted to know about this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. And let us begin the pursuit at once. The hand of the Inheritor exclaims fervently. The portal begins to glow brightly, and the hand of the Inheritor gestures forward, his hand clenched in a fist. Onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heaven above. Just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Alushinira, the damned city of Nocticula. That's where our enemies were heading. You think you're quick, eh? Well, I'm quicker. Suture. The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon who rushes into the portal. The cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. This portal leads to Alushinira. What could this mean? It means we will be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Alushinira is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It's a little safer, or rather, a little less dangerous than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in the city. But it happens quietly and without too much attention. Her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice, as careful in this nest of sin. We will have to move onward all together. I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it will be best if we build it right here, far from larger demonic settlements and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up the camp. There must be a second key. We need to find it. Let's do that then. Alright, let's see if we can find this stupid second key. Maybe we gotta go into the Fane. Is there another entrance? Another cave that we didn't see the first time because we hadn't talked to that succubus, maybe? Probably not, but it's worth checking. Yeah, no. Alright. Nothing as extravagant as that. Back into the caves. Go up here first.
Onwards.
Ah, there was more trash. More to go up here. the notes. The mine shaft descends to an incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see. Key to the portal. Alright, let's go back to the Hand of the Inquisitor. Be some
Let
rough
us
times
be
for
off.
Arashulia here, I'm believing. Going back to the city. I have the second key. The demon's plots cannot stop us, but we still haven't had much success in countering them. That is why we must make haste and move onward. We all go forward. Nope, we're gonna set up the camp. Yada 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 yada. Let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. We are going to Alu Shinira, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and the Nahindirian crystals there without the aid of the Denzians of this hideous place. If Hepzamira has something to do with all of this, we need another demon that matches her power. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we know now that there is a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I have prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself, so that not a single Denzian of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best I can, and the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let's go, by the light of the sword! Demons, daemons, and devils are three different types of creatures, each evil and dangerous in their own way. All right, Demon City, here we come. I can find a merchant sell some of this stuff. That's back to the Nexus. Xara.
I sense something.
Colorless Ones remains. Let's take a look at this. Captain Kurz became famous among the pirates of the Abyss after he slew the legendary monster called the Colorless One. This monstrosity spawned from the calcified remains of the demon lord Calfear. His body became an island, his blood became crystals, and the disgusting ichor that seeped through the isle's crags gave life to a monster, a crystalline ooze of mythic proportions. Silent and unseen, the creature slid through the waves of Ishiar, waiting for airships. When spotting prey, its tendrils shot out from the water like monumental pillars and shattered decks into splinters. The translucent slime engulfed the sailors' bodies and slowly dissolved them. Ugh. The Colorless One also attacked border settlements, devouring everything in its path and leaving nothing but bloody ooze and acid-scarred buildings behind. No weapon or spell could overcome the beast. For Captain Kiers, hunting the colorless one was a challenge. Stalking the beast in Ishiar for 3 years, he figured out that the colorless one regularly returned to Kolfir to recover its strength and drink from springs tainted with the ichor of its progenitor. Kiers set up an ambush next to one of such rivulets, catching the colorless one unaware. He gave a signal and the fire spells ignited, encircling the mound of predatory slime with an incendiary wall. The creature boiled, foamed, and raged in a trap that could not break out. The thing was dying, too slowly. The fire magic ran its course, and the incendiary wall began to fade. The colorless one attacked, grabbing its pirates and devouring them one by one. The outcome of the fight hung by a thread when a flaming arrow streaked through the sky. It was Rabid Bitch, Captain Kurz' airship, and he was piloting her straight into the colorless one. Her sails and hull were ablaze, lit by the pirate's steady hand. The captain himself stood at the helm. The burning vessel struck the pile of slime like a battering ram, and an explosion shook the island. The monster's chunks were tossed hundreds of feet away, where they writhed helplessly and dried into crystalline powder. Waves of poisonous smoke rose to the sky, and the toxic clouds swelled over the site of the explosion. And it was from that cloud that Captain Kurz triumphantly emerged, much to the joy of his remaining crew, covered in burns and sores left by caustic slime, but alive and victorious. The tale of this hunt became a legend among the denizens of the abyss, and the colorless one became a small pile of crystal refuse. However, it still remained a modicum of its terrifying power. Cool. And a buckler. All right.
A success worthy of praise.
Judging by the surroundings, these are the slums of Alushinyira, Nocticula's capital city. The abode of beggars and vagabonds. It is impossible to descend any further, except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Alushira's guests nowadays. Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth. Right, all just strutting around, gawking. One of them approached me the other day and asked, "I'm sorry, I'm lost. Can you please help me find my way back to the middle city?" Well, I did, show him. You've got some nerve. If a guard caught you, they would have torn your head off. Nocticula banned messing with the guests. I was discreet. Brought him to a nice cozy back-end street where no one could hear his screams. Ah, that was it, okay. I like how the buildings change. Curses, that's him, the one who brought the angel to Alushira. Better give him a wide berth. For just 1,000 gold coins, I'll off your enemy as if he was the puniest of... Quazits, as a member of the Assassin's Guild, I bet my life on the result. A few days ago, a bunch of tentacles crept out of that crap drain and dragged away a couple of drifters. Those bums screamed like they were being torn to pieces. We nearly laughed our heads off.
Let's move.
Commoner, beggar. Finding your way around Alushiria. In this strange abyssal realm, space itself sometimes behaves in weird, unexpected ways. By turning the camera due south, north, east, or west, you can change the city itself around you, opening new paths. Huh. Well, do we want to go up the stairs or through the building? Let's go through this building.
It went splendidly.
The abyss is chaos, and everything in it is constantly changing, in both appearance and nature. Even the architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design.
Follow me. March on.
This place is creepy, isn't it? Even by this city's standards, Aroshilia casts her eyes over the devastated landscape of the slums. But you know, believe it or not, one of my few good memories of the Abyss is from this place. Will you tell me what happened? It was a bad day for me. I was hiding from some dangerous demons I owed money to. Or rather, now I come to realize that was just a low-grade street gang who must have been eaten up by someone stronger since then. Wow, reading. But back then, they were a real threat to me. Their thugs had already made a hole in my side, and they were following my blood trail to finish what they started. I barely managed to find a quiet corner, some basement or shed, but it was already occupied by this tiefling. I was ready to flee, but he smiled and told me I could sit beside him. Arushalia smiles. I was probably acting like a skittish animal. I sat as far away from him as I could, ready to stab him and make a run for it in a moment's notice. But he just gave me a healing potion and told me I could hide here as long as I needed. We started talking. He was a traveler from another plane, not Galorian though. He was also hiding, though I don't remember from who now. We remained in the hideout for several days. He shared his food with me, some kind of pancakes, odd ones, spicy. I'd never tried anything like that before. I thought he expected something from me in return. Well, you can guess what I thought he wanted. But he didn't lay a single finger on me. Instead, saying goodbye, he said, "Don't thank me, just pass it on." Back then, I didn't get it at all. Only when I came to Dresden did I hear that phrase again and learn what it meant. What do you think that phrase means? It's like revenge, but turned around. A stranger does you a good turn and doesn't demand payment. In exchange, you find another stranger and you do them a good turn for free. It sounds odd. Demons wouldn't understand it. I barely understand it even now. But the main idea to this is to increase the good in the world, right? Did you ever meet him again? No, never. So did you pass it on? You know, now that I think of it, I didn't. I've helped many people since then, of course, but all of them were mortals back in Galorian. I've never helped anyone in Alushurinia, which means I still owe him a debt. Why don't you repay that debt right here and now? Now? But Alushira looks at the dirty streets and even dirtier locals. You're right. Why not? Hey, you! Wait, hold on. Don't run away. Just stay where you are. With a fast, determined pace, Alushiria approaches a dirty, scab-covered Abrakendilu. What you need? The demon's eyes dart around, seeking potential escape routes. But as soon as he realizes that no one is going to beat him up, he bares his teeth. You must. Well, the succubus cringes under the demon's glare and hastens to finish. You must need money, so here you go. Take it. The Abra Candilu snatches the pouch out of Arushilia's hand and weighs it in his crooked and deformed palm. Ha! So what I gotta do? Stab someone? Torch someone? You don't have to do anything. This is simply for you. No reason. Pass it on. The succubus says the last words to the Abra Candilu back as he scurries off. That's it. He's gone. I'm not even sure if there was any point to that. I bet he didn't understand a thing. You needed a lot of time to understand, too. That's right. The confused expression on the succubus's face gives way to a timid smile. I don't know if I have really changed anything by giving gold to that poor wretch. But you know, I feel better now. And it's not because I repaid my debt to that traveler. It's just I did something for someone by myself. I didn't think, I just did it. Before, I only knew a world where everyone tried to devour each other. But now, when I know what it feels like to help others, I can think of another world. A world where everyone helps. And it's an amazing thought. Maybe that's what Elysium is like. A sturdy door covered with frightening carved pictures. Trickery 40. Holy free-holies.
I'm prepared.
$32. We need an 8. She has a negative level. We need to take care of that. Let's see. Does not restore permanently, so that one's not going to work. I think a regular restoration scroll will get the job done. Spells temporary negative levels. All right, yep.
I will lend you my aid.
All right. Well. Sorry, I'm assuming we need to go there, but let's...
I am truly sorry.
Oh, Soziel! It wasn't supposed to be you. Ah. A group of dirty beggars in tattered clothes have gathered around a handsome young man with messy dark hair. The crowd is clearly hostile, but he doesn't give them notice. He gives the beggars a charming smile, completely oblivious to the sharp shivs glinting in their hands. The young man has a gloved puppet in his hand, a dragon made of rags, but with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize in a surprisingly deep voice. Hey, you lousy pirates! Who's in charge here? Or parasites, not pirates. The young man lowers his puppet and beams cheerfully. He addresses the crowd normally in a warm, friendly voice. I would like to invite you, your leader, to a romantic dinner with candles. I'll pay for everything, of course. Do not interfere. The beggars whisper among themselves. You manage to catch a few snippets of their conversation. He's crazy. Leave him be. And what if he bites you? Before the crowd disperses, the young man jots something down in his notebook. The sounds around you fade, and the world is plunged into eerie silence. Street noise never ceases in Alushinira, but even it has disappeared. You are surrounded by thick and impenetrable darkness from which 3 pillars of shimmering eyes observe you. A sibilant whisper reaches your ears. Explain yourself. Who are you, and what do you want from me? Many questions, few answers. I am Nezirius. I kill. The monster's whispered hiss sounds more like an icy blast of wind than human speech. It is impossible to say whether it is boasting, threatening, or simply a fact. Minago, the Lilitu purchased your death. Incomprehensible. You are immortal. Killing you is easy. Why did she not kill you herself? Why me? A trap? An opportunity? An enigma? Need a 12, wow. That's right. Nezarius, what are you? Ah, succeeded. There was a Fey Lord. There was an opulent court. There was a court executioner. The Lord was generous, gave the gift of death to many. Everything is different now. The Lord is overthrown. The court is disbanded. The executioner is gone. Now I am here, peddling death. You realize you are facing an Ankau. These evil creatures have control over shadows, and often serve powerful Fey lords as executioners and assassins. It is not surprising this creature makes a living in Alushinyra as a killer for hire, now that its master is gone. And yet, this Ankau looks unusually even for a Fey. The creature must have somehow become tied by blood to the demons during its journey through the abyss. Before us is a representative of the Fey class genus Anku, born predators. Look at the sharp teeth and claws, the latter of which contains traces of cold iron. It is unknown whether this is a genetic mutation or an artificial transformation during this individual's lifetime. Master Anku, would you be so kind to submit one of your claws for scientific analysis? A piece of friendly advice. Pipe down while you're still alive. My claws are my property. If you want them, then buy them. The price is my death. Ah, consent for an autopsy. Even better. She shifts her gaze at you. What are we waiting for? Ooh, wow. We're over an hour. One shouldn't underestimate mortals. I twice defeated Monago. Clearer now. Even more perplexing now. How could a mortal defeat a Lilitu? Trickery? It couldn't be I cannot be tricked. I am here. I will kill you easily. Intimidate should work. Monago sent you to your death. I have laid waste to armies of demons. You cannot hope to overpower me. Monago is afraid of you? Why? Something is wrong. The monster lapses into puzzled silence. Monago is not a lord, just a client. The deal can be terminated, but there is a condition. Reputation. A cheated customer means a ruined reputation. Kill Monago. No client, no contract, no problem. Yeah, sure. Where is she? A house in the lower city appears in your mind. Find her there. Come and kill her. The monster vanishes, silently vanishes. Your ears are once again filled with ceaseless din of Alushinyra's streets. Alright. Well, like I said, we were over that hour. So this is the place where we're going to call it here. Ooh, 5,000 experience points for chasing that guy away. That was nice. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe button, leave comments. I appreciate all that stuff too. I am Sir Joseph. You guys have been awesome. Until next time, stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you later.